Well, hello there. Carol Dockum here with Beautiful Faces Going Places Women's Success Network. And I am super excited as we are continuing with our Fall into Success Business Spotlight series. And I have a very special guest today, Melissa Kirkpatrick. And she happens to be one of our success team members here at Beautiful Faces Going Places. And what I love about Melissa is that she is a motivational speaker, author, and a transition and transformational business and life coach. Her background expands from teaching IT years ago and also really creating a very successful award-winning golf course, and not just one, but two. And because we're here talking about success, there are so many different paths to take to get us to success. Melissa has spent many years building thriving businesses and perfecting a system that delivers laser-like focus, eliminates all of the second guessing, and takes your company to new heights while balancing both your lifestyle and your personal life and business life. She helps her clients navigate the challenges of designing a very successful business, lifestyle, and the business that you love. So please help me welcome Melissa Kirkpatrick.
Thanks, Carol. It's great to be here. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's great to have you here. I know we met several years ago. I think right when you were launching your business coaching practice or consulting firm, and I was just really conceptualizing beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com. So we were kind of like right at the same place about 3+ years ago. And now it's just so exciting to see you with your thriving business and life coaching consulting business that you have going on. I'd love to talk about the types of clients that you work with and how you help them through the process to get from, they've got a vision or great ideas, right? But they just don't know where to begin. They lack clarity, strategy. So let's talk about your ideal clients and how you help them through this whole process.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I work mostly with women. I do have men that I have worked with in their businesses as well. And they come from all walks of life. It can be real estate, chiropractic, making their own products, multi-level marketing. Like there is such a genre of people because we all get to a certain spot in our business when we really struggle with, do I exit the business? Do I close it up? Do I do something different? Am I able to do this? Am I smart enough, pretty enough, cute enough? It's like we get into that area. And usually this is about the second or third year of business, mostly. Sometimes it's early on, the beginning of business. I love to start with new business owners because they have nothing to unlearn. And that to me is always so, valuable. But then when they're a couple of years in, we got to do some refocusing, remapping and understanding. But from my experience and working with my clients, it really is the entrepreneur business owner that is finding that they're doing the things, they're not seeing the results.
There we go.
Okay.
You froze just for a little second there. That it really is.
Yeah, I noticed your end's doing it too. And I kept looking to see, is it on my end or your end? But I don't know, but it's all good. It's all this power, this energetic power.
It really is.
Yeah, so that's the clients, new to business or been in business a few years. They just can't really figure out why it's not working, why it's not scaling, why it's not growing, or they're becoming uncertain of their path or their niche. It's all those things that you wish you could ask someone, but you don't because it's usually your friends and family, and you necessarily don't want them to think you're struggling in your business. You got to keep this persona that all is well.
Right, exactly. And I've got to say, it is a struggle and a challenge, being a brand new business owner or an entrepreneur. And what I'm seeing now, across the board, we have so many professionals that have years of expertise, right? And now they're gearing up for, okay, now how do I leverage that expertise? Where do I begin? Because I know that they can help others, right? And so, and it can just be so challenging just not knowing where to begin. I know that was my challenge 3+ years ago. You start off with a great idea, and a concept, and something that you want to do as a business owner, but you just don't know where to start. And so I love that you help, really clarify things and then put together a strategy. And sometimes we just don't know what we don't know, right?
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like even one of my clients, she transitioned out of her corporate job. She was retiring and she knew what she wanted to do when she left, but she didn't even know how to begin or how to start. And so keep in mind that I'm not a cookie cutter coach. I'm not going to give you that, well, everybody should do this and everybody should do that, because the shoulding all over the place doesn't help anybody.
Right.
It's about you getting in alignment with your business, what that vision is for you, what it is you really want to create, what's your financial goals, what's your desire, all of that. But the biggest thing I found with all of my clients, it's about accountability. If you don't have an accountability partner, resource, someone, even if you're good with yourself, that accountability, I've been running the 21-day accountability programs almost a year now. I started it in December of last year. And those individuals, some are groups, some are one-on-one, they show up every day and we set that intention, we celebrate the wins, and we get clarity. And by redoing that every 24 hours,
yes,
it makes a huge difference. You froze on your
I know, we're breaking up again.
Oh, no.
And I'm not sure, Melissa, if it's on my side or your side, but we were talking about clarity in your 21-day accountability program.
Yes. Yeah. Being able to every day reset or be reminded what you're working towards in that 21 days. And I have clients that keep signing up for it month after month. There's some clients that's 5 months in, 6 months in, because that daily accountability is what really is driving them and their momentum.
You're absolutely right. I mean, if we don't have an accountability partner or a coach to keep us on track, it's so easy to, number one, get distracted, with everything else going on in life beyond business, family, kids, schools, whatever. And then we get off track. And then the next thing 30 days or 60 days, 90 days go by, and you're still at the same place that you were 30, 60, 90 days ago, right?
Exactly.
You're not moving the needle. So I totally see the value of your 21-day accountability program, and what a great way to just get, the business coaching, life coaching, all merged into one. And then that accountability so that you can set your goals, whatever it is that you want to achieve. And if you have someone there to say, hey, how are you doing on that? Right.
Right.
It's almost like you've got coming up, and your homework is due.
Yes.
And you're going, oh my gosh, I'm going to be meeting with Melissa here, on Friday. Where am I at? So
yes.
That's phenomenal.
Getting your homework done. That's that former teacher in me. Make sure you do your homework.
Exactly.
And with my one-on-one clients, the accountability even goes deeper, because I'm texting you, I'm emailing you, I'm really keeping my thumb on the pulse for you, because again, a week-to-week conversation is great. We have a 30-minute call, but it's what are you doing in between? And that's where life gets in the way of business and business gets in the way of life. And if nothing else, last year has taught me that it's moment to moment. I don't even feel like it's day to day. It's moment to moment. And then this year we've had some health issues with my mother and things like that. And it's like, I can do all things. If I believe that to be true first as my mindset, I can do all things. It allows me to breathe. And then it's like, okay, I'm going over here to take care of this, and I'm going over here to take care of that. Because if we try to be, I got to do my business today, but I've also got to go take care of, personal stuff. It just causes more stress and anxiety. And so that's probably been one of the big lessons this year for a lot of my clients, is being able to know you can do all things and being able to do them effectively and not beat yourself up at the end of the day if something fell through the cracks. And I think that really is what we've all learned moving forward, from the pandemic and what our experiences is we have to look at things differently. And that's where I give the broader perspective, where some people get stuck with their blinders on and they don't recognize solutions or alternatives or new ways or habits and things, which is my training for November to Remember, is all these trainings about different kinds of habits that we have that we need to look at and maybe do them a little bit differently.
Right. No, I saw that you're doing these Tuesday trainings, November to Remember, and every Tuesday, is it at 11 a.m.? You have a different topic.
11:15 in my group, Success and Leadership, or Life and Leadership. And it's 11:15 to 11:45. They stay there. It's a group that you have to request to come into, but they're not being taken down. So if you missed them, you can still catch the replay. We've done, the first one was Intentions and Clarity was the first day because they go together. And then yesterday we talked about habits and our energy. Next week, we're going to talk about gratitude and necessity. And then there's a couple of other weeks on there as well. So I invite anyone that's looking to just refocus their mindset and really look at their habits and their intentions and gear up for 2022. I will be doing a vision board class in December. So that's coming back. And then in January, I'm going to do like an elevated you. So it's taking that vision board and really amping it up in 2022 so you can start living your best life and creating it by design.
I absolutely love that. Well, we will be sure to share all of those links below so that if you're interested in joining in on the Tuesday trainings throughout the November to Remember and or the Vision Board workshop and or Elevate Yourself for 2022, now's the time to sign up for Melissa's programs. And I know you offer one-to-one coaching. I believe you have a mastermind as well, and any other programs that we want to share here, because I mean, this is all good stuff. And this is all about fall into success right now, this video series. And we truly want to help small business owners and entrepreneurs, grab, whatever it is that they want to create, their goals and achieve them. And now is the best time of year really to take a look at where are you at, and set some new goals, new intentions for 2022. So the time of year is just perfect. So
it is. And then as a reminder too, Carol, it's important that you reflect back on the last 11 to 12 months, because Steve Jobs said you can't connect the dots looking forward.
And we are frozen again.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm frozen.
Here we go.
I know. I'm like, I don't know if I'm frozen on my end or you, but okay. So you're right. It's important that we reflect on this year.
Yes. Yeah, what your numbers were, what you did, what groups you were a part of, who you were associated with, all of those things, because income producing activities can only be increased or scaled when you know what you were doing and how you were doing it. The same thing with your goals and objectives. You can't shift them or adjust them if you don't know, just like someone losing weight. They get on the scale to measure, am I losing weight or am I not? And if I'm not, I make the adjustments. So that's what I help my clients this time of year. We start reflecting back. We get really clear. Some of them are pretty surprised at how much money they made, how much connections they've made, and how they've really understood that staying in that focus of reflection gives them the opportunity to just scale and keep moving up, because you can't get there from here. So you've got to make the adjustments accordingly.
Right. And what a better way than to take this time of year to do that audit, right? What worked, what didn't work. And and I know one of my biggest things is, working with, well, number one, I always say you have to get up, dress up, show up. Right.
I love that. I love that. Yes.
You can't make things happen if you're not in action, and you're not showing up, whether it's for yourself, for others, for activities or commitments that you've made. And I love the work that you do, because you provide the guidance, you provide the strategy and the outside eyes and vision and the resources and knowledge and expertise, years of expertise that you have, but it's up to your client, right, to do the work.
Yes. And that's usually the challenging part. And I was guilty of that. I hired so many coaches that I thought had the magic wand to make everything figure outable so that I could just sit back and watch my bank account grow, right? That's what I thought I was buying. But when you change it to, I'm investing in myself.
Yes.
And what's my expectation and what's my intention? That's when you start understanding the investment may not have brought you to the level you thought, but you've earned and received experience, education, knowledge. I call it your toolkit. You've added more things in your toolkit. And that's where I am on my life's journey. Every decade I have leveled up. And my toolbox is pretty full. That's why I'm helping those women in business now who are struggling, who just not even struggling. You can be feeling good. You just want to do more even. Like I have clients that come to me, they're like, okay, I got it, but I want to do more. Right. And we just build that toolkit of resources. And then, like I said, the accountability. I'm texting you, I'm emailing you. If you hide out from me, I'm going to find you because I was that person. I was the person hiding out. Like this stuff don't work. And it's like, well, what have you done, Melissa? Well, nothing, but it's not working. I gave you the money. And that's really where you have to.
You've done nothing, right?
Yes. I've done nothing, but it should be working.
Well, I love it here. I'm just thinking about, we're talking about falling into success and gearing up for 2022. Are there any suggestions or 3 tips to success that you would love to share with our audience, our viewers, our members here at Beautiful Faces Going Places?
So falling into success, I love it because an overnight success is 10 years in the making. So keep that in mind. That it's not an instant necessarily. Now, it's not that it can't happen, but most of us know that our overnight successes, like we said, we met several years back and we're successful, but not at the level we want to be successful, obviously. So keep that in mind. The other thing is being supported on your journey. Find that person, that coach, that resource that's going to support you. Even, being able to show up in a group consistently. That's important, and engage with the people that are in that group. Don't just like or, give them an emoji, like have conversation, take those conversations into Messenger, like really connect with your audience, your ideal clients. And then lastly is gratitude. Go back to the gratitude every day that you wake up. Oprah Winfrey says the first thing she does is says, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm still here. And that is so powerful when you really look in that perspective. So if I'm still here, that means I got stuff to do today and I'm going to jump out of bed. Well, maybe not jump, roll and get busy. Because as Shawshank Redemption movie said, you get busy living or you get busy dying, and it's your choice every day. So that piece of gratitude, and do it at night before you go to bed too. Whose lives did you touch? What did you do successful? What maybe wasn't in your highest and best good, but you're going to love yourself anyway. So that's my 3 things.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I am grateful that our paths crossed several years ago, and we're on this entrepreneurial together. And I just want to say I'm grateful to have you in my life and part of our network here at beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com. And I'm grateful for all the work that you do and the impact that you're having on other women in business and small business owners. So thank you so much for all that you do, Melissa.
Thank you, Carol.
Yeah, this has been amazing. I want to have you share, where is the best place for our viewers to connect with you, or if there's someone out there that wants to sign up for maybe your one-to-one coaching or your mastermind group coaching programs and or your upcoming events. Where is the best place for them to connect with you?
My website is melissakirkpatrickbusinesscoach.com. There you can find everything that you need, the resources. Under my service tab are all the offerings that I have. You can either message me from there or sign up there. There's also a book a call that has my calendar, but if you scroll down, there's also information sheet. So you can message me straight from there and I will get the message directly. It doesn't go through my VA or anything like that. And then on social media, I'm really active with Facebook. through the Melissa Kirkpatrick Business Coach, but my group is Success in Life and Leadership. So that's my private group, and then Instagram as well as YouTube. So I'm on those channels under the Melissa Kirkpatrick Business Coach. And again, I'm always open to have those one-on-one conversations. We can take 20 minutes and really change your perspective and change your beliefs and change your thoughts to see what's next for me. So if anyone's stuck in that story, I would invite you to, let's get on a call together, or message me, or DM me.
I love it. I love that you're everywhere.
Yeah.
This has been amazing. Thank you so much. And I just want to say to everyone, this is your time to fall into success. So have a great day. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you, Carol. I appreciate you and everything that you're doing as well for this community.
Thank you.